So once you're happy with your website, the next step is to actually let search engine know that your website exists. And the easiest way to do this is for Google, Bing and DMOZ just to go to their specific web pages and add your URL, your website address, and then they'll start working on it. So for Google, this is the address, and I'll put that in the more info box. Same with the Bing one and same with DMOZ. And you simply add your URL, add any comments, just put in the validation and just click add URL. That doesn't guarantee that within a minute, an hour or day that your website will start appearing in results, but it does mean that they will try their best to get your site onto results as soon as possible. Once you've told the search engines about your website by adding your URL, the next step is to submit a sitemap to Google and to Bing. To do that, you need to have a webmaster account with both of those services, and it's pretty straightforward to set those up. Once you set them up, whichever one you're in, you need to find the sitemap link, click on that, and it will take you to the sitemap submission page. And on that, all you simply do is add your website address and then sitemap.xml, which is the file that WebPlus creates every time you publish your website. And then simply click submit, and that will submit your sitemap. For Yahoo, it's slightly different. You simply type in an address, followed by your web address, followed by your sitemap file's name. But I'll put more information in the sidebar. So once you've added your URL to search engines and you've submitted your sitemap, at some point you're going to start to get curious to see if your website is actually appearing on search engine results. And a quick way to find out if they are there, and it's pretty similar for all of the search engines, is to just go to one of them, type in site, and then your web address. It's important to type in the .co.uk or the .com part at the end as well and hit return. And if your website is on that search engine, it will show you all the pages that it's indexing so far. Another way of increasing your visibility on search engines is by signing up to services such as FreeIndex, Yellow Pages, BT TradeSpace, or to social networking sites such as Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, and media sites such as YouTube and Vimeo. And it's important that if you do sign up to these, then you do actually keep them updated on a regular basis. So pick the ones that you're more likely to sign up for. Now once you do that, your website may appear in search results much quicker because these websites are indexed on a much more regular basis by Google and by Bing and Yahoo. And also, because they're different types of media, you might not appear in text searches, but then you might appear in media searches. So as an example, let me show you. For example, in Google, if I type in Balham Library, which is a library in Wandsworth, and hit return, Living Wandsworth doesn't appear in the first 5 to 10 results. But if I were to hit videos, virtual tour of Balham Library, Wandsworth Borough, and that's by us, Living Wandsworth. So again, that's another way of getting our website name out there. And when people click on that and go to the YouTube channel, they'll again, see a lot of things about what we're doing on our website. So let's see if we can now find that article that we created earlier in part 1 of this video. So we're just going to type in the lady's name. See if we can appear anywhere. And there it is on the 3rd page. So number 21 out of 2 million. That's not too bad. But from it you can see that the first part was actually the title that we specified. The description is the second part, and then you've got the website address. And you can just about see that it's highlighted Robin Stewart within the website address, and it's also highlighted in the description and in the page title. So it was a really good idea for us to include those words in those specific page properties. So the next important step is to drive traffic to your website. Now, the more traffic that comes to your website, the higher your website will rank in search results. And obviously, by doing that, you've got more people coming to your website. And again, it improves its search results and it becomes a cycle. So the best way to drive traffic to your site is by word of mouth. Tell anyone and everyone that you meet, friends, families, customers, colleagues, about your website. Make sure that you add your website address to all of your stationery: pens, business cards, bags, badges, clothing. Also, give away free products on your website, such as ebooks, templates, top 10 guides. And if you do that, make sure that you can update it on a regular basis so that people know that they can come back and get more of those things. Make sure you add your website address to your email signature and to the signatures in any forums that you're affiliated with. And the other thing you can do is to get backlinks. Now, this is really important. A backlink is basically another website posting your website address. Now, that other website has to be one that is ranked higher than yours. So, for example, if all of a sudden the BBC ran an article about your website and they included your website address, all of a sudden a lot of people are going to go to your website as a result of that, and that's how Google will see it, and that will actually improve your search results quite dramatically. You might not be able to get the BBC, but then you can get a lot of other websites, community websites, other business websites, partner websites to include your website address. And that's a really good and effective way of improving your position in search results. So now we've come to the last part, and that's the things not to do. One of the things that people instantly think they can do is to type in hundreds of keywords and make them the same color as the background in the hope that search engines will pick up those words and rank them higher. And the thing is, if you do that, they will notice and you will get banned. Now, what do I mean by hide text? I mean, say for example, we've got hide text here and we just change it to white. And now all of a sudden you can't see it. But the search engine will know that, hang on, there's some text that's white and the background is also white. And when you get banned, then you have to resubmit your website and resubmit your sitemap, and it can become a long and tedious process, and it's really not necessary to do that. Another thing is being seduced by these companies that can offer you first place on web search results for £19.99 or $19.99, and I don't know how they work, but I know a lot of people who have used them, and all of a sudden they've got themselves banned from search results. And again, it's not worth doing that. The other things you can do that won't get you banned but have very little significance and just do nothing but waste your time is keyword stuffing. This is basically when you go to the page keywords or the website keywords and you just type in hundreds of them, and there's no point doing that because Google, Bing, Yahoo, they really only look at the first 50 keywords, and out of those first 50 they place prominence on the first 10 or so. And as I said before, they don't even pay too much attention to keywords anyway, so it's really not worth doing that. And finally, concentrating too much on search engine optimization. It's really important to remember that search engine optimization, again, is about matching search queries with search results. And the only way that Google is really going to make sure that it's got the right result for the right search is if the content is actually what the person is looking for.